Okay, we're going to go through isolating, there you go, variables, but specifically with fractions. And in order to do this, isolating variables we might have a really strong grasp of, but we have to remember fraction rules in order to go through all of this. So this is two fractions being added together to equal some other number, right? In order to add fractions, you have to have a common denominator. And at the moment, we don't have a common denominator, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to have all three of them, 1, 2, 3 of them. We're going to get a common denominator for every single fraction within this question. And that'll help us to essentially eliminate the fractions, assuming we're not very strong with them. If you are, then you can kind of solve on this another way. But what we'll do is we're going to find the greatest common multiple, okay? So GCM, greatest common multiple of 2, 3, or sorry, lowest common multiple, not greatest. LCM, that's what
I was going to say.
Yeah. GCF is greatest common factor, right? So multiples of 2, you got 2, you got 4, you got 6, 8, 10, that might be okay. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. Okay. Can we find a common multiple between all of them?
6.
Boom. 6 is best. So in other words, the goal here will be turn all the denominators into 6. So what do I have to multiply 6 by to make 6?
1.
Yeah, so I'm going to multiply by 1. Whatever I do the bottom of fraction, I must do the top. Okay. What do I have to multiply 3 by?
2.
2. Whatever you do to the bottom, you must do the top. And what do we multiply 2 by?
3.
Yeah. Bottom and top. Okay, so with this idea, 3 times y is
3y.
3y. And it's above 6. Plus 2 times y is
2y.
2y. And it's above 6. And 5 times 1 is 5 above 6. Excellent. So we have our common denominator. We could still work with fractions, or we could do this. Okay? I can decide that I'm going to multiply everything in this by 6. Every single one of these terms. And the reason I'm going to do that is it's going to eliminate the fraction. So I'm going to kind of show you what I mean by that. If I multiply this by 6, this by 6, and this by 6, the idea is that these all cancel out. So I've eliminated the fraction. So I would jump directly to 3y plus 2y equals 5. But maybe that's not really clear. Maybe that doesn't really help. So I'll actually multiply the 6's in and show you how we would get there, okay? I'm showing you that this is what would happen. Let's actually multiply everything by 6. What's 3 times 6?
18.
Yeah, so we have 18y. And when you multiply fractions, it's technically 6 top by the top, bottom by the bottom. So that stays as 6 on the bottom, okay? Plus 6 times 2 would be 12y, still 6 on the bottom, is equal to, and 6 times 5 is 30, still above 6, okay? So there this is where I've actually multiplied everything by 6, okay? Well, we can now simplify. What's 18 divided by 6?
3.
3, yeah, it gives us 3. So this kind of cancels out and becomes 3y, and you could say over 1 if you want. We don't need to divide anything by 1. It doesn't change anything, right? So it becomes 3y. Okay, so 18y divided by 6 is 3y. 12y divided by 6 is going to give us
2y.
2y. And 30 divided by 6?
5.
Boom. And there you go. Right? We've pretty much gone from there to there. Okay? So we didn't really have to do that step. Once we see that these numbers are the same, they cancel out and we're over here. So now we work on the left. Well, we can combine these. What is?
It's 5y.
5y. 5y equals 5. How do we isolate?
Divide.
Divide by 5. What is y going to be?
Y equals 1.
That's it. Y equals 1. Okay? Once we got rid of the fractions, it was pretty easy to work with everything because we knew all of our other rules.